Yo, 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 what is up, y'all? My name is Rob Donaldson, and welcome back to another edition of Rob's Best Bets. And in this episode, we are once again talking about college basketball conference tournament futures, and we are looking at the MAAC in this episode, also known as the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. And we're looking at this league. They have produced, some teams that have shown a little bit of fight once they made the NCAA tournament. In particular, one very feisty team in St. Peter's, which made a Final Four run from the 15 seed line just a few years ago. And obviously that is the biggest notable one. There hasn't really been another upset from this league over that period of time. But at the same time, when you have that kind of run in your bag, you got to show the league at least a little bit of respect. And when we're looking at this 10-team bracket here for the MAAC, there's a lot of teams that I feel like are very, very similar. And for that reason, it actually does, I think, lend itself to quite a bit of value, because if you have a lot of similarities, say from, the 1 all the way down to the 8 or 9 seed, that's going to provide you with a lot of betting value, or at least some long shot stakes that might be worth taking. And we're going to have 2 futures in this episode, but in terms of the viable teams in this conference, and usually I go down a list of the teams who I feel like are most viable, but I'm going to show the bracket here because I think this is one of those unique tournaments where everybody is viable. I truly believe from 1 to 10, you can talk me into a Cinderella run from any of those bottom seeds. You can also talk me into, one of the top seeds just wrecking shop and doing their thing and making the conference championship game. But I think everybody is viable here, and that's why I think the MAAC is going to produce one of the best mid-major conference tournaments. But let's go ahead and start with our longest shot that we're going to be taking here on the board, and that's going to be Iona. And when you're looking at Iona and Tobin Anderson's bunch, this is a team that won 4 of their last 5 games and really did play their best ball at the end of the season, because it kind of looks shaky during some spots in the regular season, whether it was in non-con play or the start of conference play. But they figured it out, and they have a really potent defense coupled with an offense that I think really blossomed near the end. And for that reason, when they are sitting in that 4 or 5 seed line, I do think that getting that bye and having a chance to immediately jump into semifinals is going to potentially do them a lot of wonders. And if you look at their odds right now, plus 625 on Caesars, I absolutely think that's worth a bet. So let's go ahead and put 1 unit on Iona to win the MAAC at plus 625. And again, this is to win 6.25 units, not to win 1 unit. And I really do think this is a future that we're just going to let play out and see what happens ultimately in the championship game. All right, for our second and final future here in the MAAC, we're heading out to the 2 seed in Merrimack. And I get it. This one feels a little bit of chalk, but I do like their draw with Sacred Heart and Fairfield. I think they're the better team. And part of this as a motivational factor for Merrimack is this is their first year that they're actually eligible for the NCAA tournament. So if they win, they're in the dance, they secure that auto bid, and they can actually go because they have won their league in past years. Not the MAAC, but they were in a past league prior to this season. And when they won it, Fairleigh Dickinson actually ended up going to the conference tournament, or the NCAA tournament rather, and the rest is history. FDU knocked off Purdue in that first game, a 16-1, but Merrimack was definitely slighted that year. It definitely felt like Merrimack deserved to be in the field, and for that reason, I do think there's a motivational edge for that program, and their odds right now are plus 260 on MGM. I absolutely think that's worth a bet here. So let's go ahead and take them for 1.5 units for our final bet here in the MAAC Conference Tournament. All that being said, I really want to thank you guys for checking out today's video. And if you do want to show some love, make sure you drop a like in the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you comment down below. But with all that being said, y'all, I will see you in a future video. Take it easy.